Does it still count as tithing if I give to a non-church or a non-Christian organization? Well, that depends on how you're understanding tithing. Remember, tithing was a practice from the Old Covenant or the Old Testament, giving of 10%, but as part of a larger structure of giving in which God was trying to teach his people to become generous people. So in the New Testament, we don't see the repetition of this imperative to give 10%, but we still see this imperative of giving generously, because that's what God is really concerned about. He's concerned about our hearts. So when we give, it's not to check a box. Okay, I've given 10%, or I've given 11%, I've given 20%, I was really generous, now God can get off my back, I've given enough. Now, that's not why we give. So let me restructure the question a little bit. Is giving to non-Christian charities a form of generous giving that pleases the heart of God? I certainly think it could be. Imagine that you have a friend who's battled with cancer and your heart is broken, and so you want to give to an agency that does cancer research to provide cures and treatments. Well, God cares about the entire person, even the body, not just the spirit. And so I think that that's something that pleases the heart of God. Now, that said, our priorities in giving have to bend toward our priorities that God has given us in life. And what structures our priorities in terms of how we relate to other people in this world is the Great Commission. Go and make disciples of all nations. So most of our giving needs to bend toward the gospel of Jesus Christ. So imagine you could give to an agency that provides clean water, or you could give to an agency that provides clean water and shares the gospel. You need to move your money that direction. Why? Because if someone has plenty to drink, but they don't have the gospel of Jesus Christ, they're still in desperate condition. So let's give generously. Let's give to lots of things that are really good for body and spirit, but let's bend our giving toward the gospel of Jesus Christ. Thank you for your questions. If you have additional questions, please send them to questions@grace-bible.org.